Dear students, in our previous video, we learned how to create tables and how to create queries. So, in this video, we are going to learn how to set the field properties of a table and how to set the conditions in queries. So, let's see one by one. So, let's open a database which we have already created. I am just opening this. Okay, these are the various field tables and queries which I have created. Now, let's open a sample table. That is a student details table. I am going to the design view of the table. Okay, so these are the different field types, field names and the data types of the particular table. Okay, so we are in this video we are going to see the properties, how to set the field properties. For example, I am going to set some field property for the student name. I have to click on the particular field. Below you will see the field properties. We have two tabs, that is general and lookup field properties. We are going to learn about the general field properties field over here. Okay, one by one we will learn. Okay, for example, if I have by default, you know, text data type, we must have learned already about these data types already, right? So text can hold up to 255 characters, 0 to 255 characters. If you wanted to limit the field size to 25, I don't want it beyond 25, so I can limit it like this. This is the way I will set the field properties for each field over here. So these are the various fields available, like format, field size, format, input mask, caption, default value, validation rule, validation text required, allow zero length, indexed. So we are going to learn all these things right now. Okay, one by one. First we will see what is this field size property. Already I have told you. So you can set the field size over here. Okay, if it is the according to the data type. Next one is what? Format. Okay, if I wanted to format according to the way I want to display, I want to know the way I want to display, I wanted to format the field accordingly. For example, date and time. So I wanted to format it in the format like DD, MM, YY. That means date, month and year. So I can just format. Same way I can format student name. If I wanted to display only the uppercase letters, that means capital letters, I can give greater than symbol. If I wanted to do only small case letters, I can give less than symbol. So in this case, I wanted to display the uppercase letters, so I can give like this. Okay, this is format format field property. Next is what? Input mask. Let's see what is this input mask. If I wanted to mask it, for example, any telephone number or telephone number format I want to mention, or if I wanted to mask the password. So if the user enter the password, only the star or dot will be displayed. You would have seen in various websites when you log in. So that type of mask, if I want to keep that, for that time it can be useful. Here, for example, in phone number, I wanted to give the mask over here. See, just click on this three dots at the end of that input mask. Okay, here if you see, it will ask you which type of format you wanted. I wanted to display the phone number, so I will say next over here. So what way you want to display? So like this, next. Okay, it is asking you without symbols or with symbols. I want it without symbols, so I will just say next and finish off. So this format will be, so it only up to 10 numbers it will take us the input with this format. Okay, next is what? Caption. If I want, for example, I'm entering short names over here like DOG, DOB. I want the data field should be displayed in a full format like date of birth, date of joining. I want to change it, but my field name will be DOB only. So what should I do? I have to change it in the caption. For example, date of birth I want to display as date of birth, but my field name is DOB only. So that time it will be useful. Okay, so just date of joining, I wanted to change it just date of joining. I can change it this way. So we will see the output. Go to view. First save it. After making any changes in the design view, you have to save the table first, then go to the data sheet view. So you can see various changes which we have made now. What are the changes we made? I have displayed only uppercase characters and student name. I have displayed the date in DDMMYY. So I have displayed the phone number this way. Okay, 10 numbers. Okay, so next one is what? We will go back to the design view and change the other ones. So the field name will be in student name only up to 25 characters it will take. So if you wanted to, next is what? Default value. If you wanted to display some default value, for example, class, you know, in one particular table all the students will be in one class, or if you wanted to all the students will be only from Chennai. So you know that value will be same for all the fields. That time you can use this default value. For example, in city I am displaying only Chennai, because I know all the members of this particular table will be only from Chennai. So that time it will be useful. Next is what? Validation rule. So for entering anything, to enter any of the numbers, we need validation and rule for it. For example, numbers. You don't want it to display less than numbers less than 0. Or for example, marks we have. It cannot be more than 100. It cannot be less than 0. So you have to say less than or equal to 100. If it is price, it should be greater than 0. It will not allow negative numbers. Okay, it will not allow 0 also. For example, if a date is there, you wanted to you don't want the user to select the previous date, that is back date, only from today's date you have to, or future date you wanted to select. So date of birth, that validation is not possible, that will be back date only. So I'm just creating one more field. Okay. Just create date and time. Okay, here I wanted to change it as, I want to give some validation rule for this. For example, greater than or equal to date of, only greater than or equal to date and 2 brackets, open bracket and close bracket you have to enter, and then write the validations text. You write, sorry, backdating is not allowed. So this message will be displayed to the user when they enter backdate. Okay, so same way, date of birth, what can be done? It cannot be particular date, so it will be backdate only. For that also you can do. So what can you say? Less than or equal to date of, okay. So you can say, sorry, future date not allowed. You can do like this. Okay, next will be, so same way we can give validations for numbers also. For example, this marks. So you can say it cannot be less than or, it will be less than or equal to 100. Marks greater than 100 not allowed. You can say like this. So this is called validation. Next one is what? Required. Required means what? Users should enter this field only, then without that they cannot go to the next field. It cannot be blank. Okay, so for that you have to say yes. So only 2 options, yes or no is available. Okay, if you wanted to set whichever field you feel it is required, you can set this option as yes and you can make it required field. Next one is allow zero length. So allow zero length property can be set only yes or no. So by default it will be no. Okay, so what it will do if you set as yes? Okay, for example, if I'm setting this mother's name field as required field, yes is there, but I don't have I don't want to enter the mother's name. I don't want to leave it blank also. So what can be done? If you set this allow zero length as yes, it will take the bracket, 2 brackets you can say take, but it will not take, without taking entering the mother's name also, it will take the zero length text string. It will take double brackets. It will not leave it blank. It will take double brackets in that. Okay, now let's see the output and check whether all these properties are working or not. Okay, so we'll go to the data sheet view. So can you see this? What is the first condition I have given in the format? It will be uppercase letters. I put greater than symbol in the format field property. Next I have set the date of birth as DDMMYY. So it is displaying accordingly. Next, what I have given in date of joining, it will not allow the back date. In date of joining, it will not allow the back date. Okay, for example, here in this date I have given, I think, sorry. Okay, so if I select some other date before, so it will say sorry, backdating is not allowed. Okay, so you have to access the date, present date or the future date. Okay, next in the city field I have given Chennai, so that is the default value like this, right? Then the phone number, see I have set the number of phone numbers. Say if I try to enter more than, so it is not allowing me other than number. So if I could not enter more than 10 digits also. Next, in the marks field, if I enter 111, it is showing me marks greater than 100 not allowed. Right, remember all this validation which we did now. Next, in the mother's name, okay, so first I have to change it. So if I, in the mother's name, what I said, it will allow the null value, but it will not leave it blank. Okay, so next will be queries. We will move on to the queries, how to set conditions to your queries. So you all already familiar with how to create queries using query wizard and query design. So this is one sample query, student details query. This is a query in which I have displayed only the max marks of the particular students. I have related two tables. Just go to the design view, in which we have combined related two tables, that is student details and student mark details. We have taken all this data. So here I wanted to apply some condition and get the data to be displayed. For example, so you can give use the and or less than, greater than, equal to, or less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So all these are called as conditional operators. So let's see how to use this conditional operator. For example, in max, in the criteria column near max, you wanted to display some using the AND operator. For example, I wanted to display the marks of the students greater than 70 and less than 90. Okay, according to your fields over here. Okay, less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, whichever is comfortable for you, you can enter. So according to this condition, the marks will be displayed. The fields with max marks greater than or equal to 75 and less than 90 only will be displayed. So save this query and go to the data sheet view. See, it will show only the data which is greater than or equal to 75 and less than 90. So if you take out this condition, see the data sheet view. See, it has 98, 69, 74, 58, 76. Okay, so if I say 60, for example, if I say greater than 60, greater than or equal to 60 and less than 90, what it will display? Just see, only 3 data. Okay, if you just run the database, it will show you 69, 74 and 76, greater than 60 and less than 90. Okay, so accordingly it will be used. Next is OR operator. How to use the OR operator? So, and what is this AND operator does? It will check both the conditions. It should be greater than or equal to 60 and also less than or equal to 90. This and this. What is meant by this OR operator? This or this, A or B. It will satisfy the first condition or the second condition. Okay, so we will go for the second query. Design view we will select. This will display only the English marks of the students. So here I wanted greater than or equal to 75 or operator here, or less than 90. So this or this, any one, if it satisfies, it will display all the data. So let's see the data sheet view. So it will show you greater than 75 and also less than 90, both. Okay, so here if you say greater than 75 or less than or equal to 80, okay, it will show you the data because it satisfies all the condition. Greater than 75 is also there, less than 90 is also there. Okay, so that is the use of this AND and OR operator. So now we are clear with all these concepts. Thank you, children.